This is an individual reading. What is the message for you today? Something new and exciting, I'll just say, happening here. All these popped out, so it's a perfect start here. So, from what you're seeing here, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Moon. Strength, again, this card has been haunting me. Okay. Leo season is particularly important for you, or there's a Leo in your life that is particularly important, or just the embodiment of feminine strength. Mastering your enemies with kindness, true kindness, not the fake kindness where you growl through your smile, like more of love, radical love. Let's see here, and then we also have the Seven of Swords. Interesting combo here. We'll pull more cards in a second, but I think that what I'm getting here is the more in tune you are with your intuition, when it comes to, let's say, matters of intimate relations, let's say, the more you can hold your ground, withhold boundaries, standards, kind of know what your standards are when dating. And I don't really like the word standard because it makes it seem like kind of like high maintenance, but it's not that. It's knowing what you want and knowing what you deserve, and knowing when to put your foot down against opposition or someone that's trying to play you, someone's just trying to kind of like maybe trick you. There's the Seven of Swords is a huge snake around you as well. Maybe it's the same person here. There might be a snake of some sort that kind of offers you his wand at this point in time. And if you really pay attention to yourself and your intuition, and really go inward with the moon, moon it involves illusions, secrets. If you stay in this energy and you kind of, figure out what everything is, when it comes to your life and what you accept and what you don't accept with people. And you have to learn to, you'll give people like maybe 2 chances, but once you are really in tune with your intuition, 2 chances is almost too much. Like, you'll give someone 1 chance because you'll know for sure with your intuition, but it takes a while to develop and trust your own intuition, and listen to it and trust it and act on it. So maybe you give someone 2 or 3 chances to kind of, feel them out, see if they're really doing what you think they're doing, or see if you still feel the same way every time you see them. Whatever the case is, I think someone's trying to trick you. Or maybe you think someone's trying to trick you. I think that's it, actually. I think you are, you're going to have someone coming up to you, kind of macking it to you. And I think that you are going to be disillusioned by their intentions. You think that he's going to be like everyone else. You think he's a little too sly, a little too charming, a little too good looking. Obviously, you don't trust it. You think he's kind of like snake-like, you know. There's the salesman that's very small in the darkness with this huge snake just kind of like, you know, face to face with you. And, you know, you're trying to work, you know, like you're trying to figure this out. But maybe from, you know, if you, it's hard because you have to learn from the past and bring those lessons into the future with you. But at the same time, you can't bring your past and put it onto someone new, you know, meaning, you know, if someone in the past constantly did something to hurt you and someone new comes along eventually, you can't just expect the same, you know, the new person to act like you're the old person. It's unfair to you and to them. You know, do you remember the lessons that, you know, or the problems or the issues that were there, or do you remember your past mistakes? Hell yeah, you should. Don't be disillusioned, you know, don't lie to yourself, you know, about that. But I'm thinking that if someone comes to you like in like some sort of, you know, like flirty way with, you know, someone new, you know, leave it open, you know, like a fresh canvas. There's not one drop of paint on it yet. You know, artists don't bring, well, some do, but they won't bring like an old painting and then think of that as new. You know, that's like a redo, or they just paint over it, you know, and start new that way. But if you take that analogy, right? Say you spend years on this oil painting of a landscape, and you paint it out, you paint your picture of your beautiful life, the picket fence, the husband, the wife, you know, the kids, the wife, whatever, the pet, and you take years just detailing this painting forever, and then all of a sudden, you know, things change in your life, and everything in that painting that you had means nothing to you, you know, or it was a lie, or it was just a big disappointment. You do have the opportunity to kind of start over on that same canvas and paint a new picture, but there's going to be layers to you know, to that picture, you know, right beneath, you know, the second painting that you do on it is the first painting still. It's just layered and hidden now. You never took care of it. You never started fresh, right? You're just putting more and more complicated layers, which could add complications to the painting after. It will make it bumpy. It could do a lot of warping. It might be too heavy for the canvas. It might, you know, there's a lot of things that could happen. It's not really the best. You could do it, but it's not the best opportunity to, you know, to start fresh. So start with a fresh canvas, you know, when you start dating someone new. Really look at them with fresh eyes. Give them the opportunity to show you who they are instead of you assuming who they're going to be. You know, if you stay in this strong kind of vibe with who you are, you're strong, you know how to handle adversity in like a ladylike way still, and you know how to handle your stuff. You know, I think you could have a lot of passion then at this point. Like, this basically means like passion on both sides, right? But in the middle, you're kind of disillusioned. Maybe this guy's a snake. Maybe he's like everyone else. You know, most guys are, you know, opportunists, or whatever your story is that you usually have. You know, if you kind of just let your fears go and just let what is happening to you right in front of your face just happen, and then evaluate after the fact, instead of like developing anxiety over a person when you don't even know what's going to happen. You know, you just assume. Sometimes if you let your assumptions go wild, you know, you can assume yourself into an anxiety attack. You know, it could just be like, you can talk yourself out of a relationship. You can talk yourself out of a good thing if you put all your past baggage onto someone else. If you show up to a new date with like four suitcases full of, you know, baggage, they're gonna be like, what are you doing? We're just going out to eat, you know, why are you giving me all this luggage for? It's the kind of same thing. It's like, take care of yourself, you know, and kind of like, you know, do the work. Try to make sure that you're not being disillusioned by your past relationships, if you start new with someone new, because I think there's a lot of opportunity for a connection here. There's a strong let's say, fiery connection. There's a lot of fire in this reading, you know. Like I said, Leo is a fire sign. If it's not a fire sign, it's the embodiment of Leo energy, you know, strong, bold, leadership, sexuality, pleasure, loyalty. And same with the Ace of Wands. It's something brand new and hot coming in. So let's pull a couple more cards here. What's this Ace of Wands about? What is this Ace of Wands coming in? Devil. Just fell out to the floor. It's the devil. I don't usually read reversals, but it fell out on the floor and it fell out upside down, so it's the devil reversed, weirdly. So this maybe, you know, your thoughts are right about this person, you know, maybe they have been kind of like in this devil energy, maybe they're a player, or they have been in the past. And you can see that from a mile away, right? And you're just wondering, like, am I going to be the next victim? Am I going to be the next supply for this narcissist or whatever it is? But I think that's what you're kind of thinking, like, okay, well, if, you know, this guy's coming in and offering me his wand, but I know what kind of devil he is, you know, he's kind of, you know, he's a ladies' man, but it's reversed. So maybe he's had a change of heart. Maybe he's actually thinking that he doesn't want to, he's like an old dog, you know, in the game. It's kind of like, when are you going to give up playing around? You know, when are you going to grow up and have a real relationship kind of thing? So I think it's someone that was kind of like that before. Someone that was kind of like a player, or just tempted by money. The Moon and the Princess of Pentacles. So you are, look at this, all this moon energy, right? You know, femininity, you know, the womb is just like the moon, you know. We're all affected by the moon in so many ways, in so many good, you know, crazy ways. We bleed more on the full moon. Everyone's energy becomes different, you know, it affects everything on Earth. Same with our cycles. You know, we have cycles within us if you're a female. You know, we have cyclic things that happen to us every few weeks. Our hormones change daily, you know. Our womb changes on a monthly schedule. We are like the moon, you know, in a lot of ways. We are receptive and feminine, you know, men are like the sun and we are like the moon. And I think there's just a lot of things that haven't been said out loud. There's a lot of things that aren't being talked about. I think it's just kind of like you're both, whoever this devil is that might come in and give, you know, offer you something new, or kind of flirt with you. I think nothing has really been done yet. I think it's kind of more of a vibe right now that I'm feeling, you know, between you and this person that's coming towards you. You're worried, though. You're worried that he's just going to be like everyone else. You're worried that he's just going to be a player, an opportunist, a man that puts on a smiley face, but you can see behind, you know, the charming smile that he's just being manipulative. A lot of people fall for a pretty face, right? It's pretty easy to, especially if it's a man, and he knows that he's somewhat good looking, you know, he'll use that as a weapon. Not to say that women don't, you know, but in a man's hands, you know, he might get overzealous, you know, with women, because men just want a lot of women. And I think that he was doing that for a long time with the devil, but I think now he's coming to conclusions that he wants to work towards something more stable with you. Maybe he sees you as his Princess of Pentacles, where he sees you in, like, you know, it's These two are an interesting pair, right? It's kind of like this home mother-like energy, and then the devil reverse. So it's like this old school player that wants, like a wifey now. It's like he wants, what is it? A lady in the streets, and a freak in the sheets. It's kind of like he's had the freaks for a long time now, and it's boring to him. And I think he wants to come in with, go to someone that's more homely, I want to say, but beautiful, soft, home-like, motherly, soft and caring and respectable, and a one-man kind of woman, where he knows that he trusts her, her pureness in a sense. And you don't have to be pure in the sense of, the typical, but your pureness in love. It's basically you're an embodiment of love, right? And I think he's looking more towards that kind of feeling now, but you're obviously worried. You're worried about that being played, and it's okay, because you shouldn't, go into any relationship completely naive either. I mean, that's a trap in itself. You have to know what's out there. You have to know the types of personalities that are manipulative or aggressive or predatory. And you have to know when to be an angel, and you have to know when to be a guardian angel. I think of as like, a combat angel. When the team of angels come out, when you need help, and you need some spiritual beings to kick ass for you. These are like the tough angels that come out for you, and really shake things up for you in the spiritual realm and protect you like an army. What's going on with the Seven of Swords? Yeah. Six of Cups. You're just nervous that he's a player, hands down, because you know that he is or has been, and he hasn't told you otherwise that he's changed his side. I mean, how would anyone know that anyone changes if they don't tell you or show something very specific? So you're kind of looking at this devil in reversal, devil growing up devil, and thinking like, yeah, he's just like everyone else. He just wants to get laid. And now he's coming towards me, like, what the hell? And you're kind of like, what am I thinking? What am I doing? I don't know if I should even accept this offer, because I don't want to be another number, or another, scratch in the headboard, let's say, right? You just, I think that he's given a lot of player-like vibes in the past, and you've known this, or you can sense it from him. So he really has to come to you and show you that, things have changed within him, that there is a reversal in his way of thinking. The devil reversed, he wants love. And strength. The Seven of Wands. So I think that, it's interesting here. It's weird, because I do see an opportunity here that could be very nice, but it's just that. It's just something that could happen that would be nice. I don't see anything happening in this spread right now. It just kind of is like a what if, and even if you stay in this energy and you know when to hold on, when to fold them, give someone a chance, be open-minded, let them show you who they are, let them tell you who they are. If you let someone speak for a long time, they will tell you exactly who they are, what they believe in, what they spend time on the most, what their values are. If you listen carefully to their words, they'll tell you without even asking. You don't have to interview anyone. They'll just tell you, because everyone loves to talk about themselves. But in this energy, I'm seeing that if you keep that standard and those boundaries up to what you know you deserve, I think that you can kind of cross some hurdles together and kind of go forward. I see that you could give this person a chance if they come to you correctly and tell you the truth, and they actually communicate and you trust them. I think that you guys could really kind of cross over into newer territory. Alright, let's pull a couple more. Let's just see if there's any other outcome that needs to happen with this little story here. What's happening? The Four of Swords, yeah. There's a lot of things that haven't been said between you two. And that's why you're assuming the worst. Because you're only going off of what you've seen in the past, which is fair. Because if you don't have anything else to go off of, you should go off of your experience. There has to be some sort of truce that comes in where this person will tell you what's changed with them. You know, this is him that's going on here. Like, in order to develop some sort of truce with you, so you can kind of relax and let go of this like ruminating that you're doing, and to show you that he's not this big snake. He wants to come to you with a truce, you know, and there's another moon. So we got 3 full moons here, okay? How many more moons do you need? 1, 2, 3. So there's a lot of things that need to be said between you two, and it's not one person's responsibility, but it's both of yours if you want something to happen, to talk. And you have to be open and really say the truth, because that's how you're going to develop this trust, which will develop a truce, you know, in mind, you know, like a truce, meaning where you can relax and not have to worry about, you don't have to worry about the unknown, because you're going to know what's going on, you're going to know what you're dealing with, and then you can make a decision after that. There's not going to be any trickery involved or holding back of thoughts. Like, this is really kind of like, this card means like uncovering of thoughts, like a dawn to a new day, right? There's illumination that's just about to happen, where you come together and you really develop some sort of understanding with someone. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll read these cards because they fell out, so. The 10 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Cups. How about that one? How about that? That's not a match. That's an interesting match, actually. This is a really strong possibility for an amazing connection of love and financial gain. But beyond financial gain, it's just wealth. Wealth, life wealth, wealth in quality of life, wealth in love. You know, creating a home with someone. This is like really kind of like getting through to the other side of stepping up in life, like going up a couple of levels, you know, creating, an inner circle with someone, something infinite, and obviously that's, truly loving. You know, this is like a true heartfelt love. We have fire, and passion with the Strength card and the Ace of Wands, but we also have love. And that's even more important than sex sometimes, right? Sex is great, but it's not everything. If you have great sex and you can't love each other, and you don't feel that intimate bond, you don't feel the warmth of someone's love on you, you don't feel them kissing you and caressing you in a way where you feel special and loved, it's just sex, or it's just money, or it's just a situationship. It's not real love. And this truly means wealth, and wealth in love too. I think there needs to be a lot said, and once there's an understanding between whoever's going to come to you and explain themselves to you, this player reversed, this devil reversed, you might have a hard time believing them at first, but, be assured that after a while, you'll learn to trust what they're saying, because they're going to show you. And it's really, there's a strong possibility of you guys kind of like crossing over into a new territory together, really creating a bond, a love bond, like a heartfelt, beautiful, like, I love you, it makes me cry to think about my love for you kind of feeling. You have to evaluate that. It's crazy that you can get this kind of energy from, like, an ex-devil. But hey, people change, and people's intentions change. There's a lot of people that have had a certain lifestyle, and then they just wake up one day and they're just like, I think I'm done with that now. Right? Everyone can change, and everyone can change for the better. You just have to decide to, and the only person that usually decides to is you. You can't be forced to change. That doesn't really work out, to the best of everyone's ability. You can, someone, a penitentiary can help change you, but no one's going to force you to change. You can't force an alcoholic to stop drinking. They have to decide, and that takes a painfully long time for people to come aware of their addictions or whatever problems they have, or even if they know they have the problem, it takes a long time to get rid of it. Just give someone, that true love, and have your standards in place. Be a lady, have your standards, but be open-minded to this new person. Give him a chance to explain himself. Don't come already assuming that he's going to play you. Be smart, lead with kindness in your heart, but don't be a fool. And I'll leave it there.